Okay. And I think we're live here. Alright, so here we go. Hello, Instagram! My name is Keenu the Woolly Lemur. And I know that this is usually called Sam the Mini Yeti Live. But for this show, we are actually... Today happens to be World Lemur Day. So, we're doing this today. Lemur Day is Keenu Day. And wow, we're already getting some comments at the chat wall. Jake Joseph Mark says, "Hello, Keenu." Davin Bingle says, "Hey, Keenu." Hey, everybody. This is quite some day, I know, but yeah. Today happens to be World Lemur Day, and y'all know, Flying Scotsman 1997 says, "Pleasure to meet you, Keenu." And Bun of Cheese says, "What's up? What's up?" Woo! Okay, but yeah, Wolverdan says, "Hey, who are you? Where's Sam the Yeti?" Sam actually is letting me host today's live stream. It's today is World Lemur Day, so that means that I get to host the live stream today. And yeah, if for those who are probably new to this, my name is Keenu, and I am a Cleesis woolly lemur. And much like every lemur in the world, we actually come all the way from Madagascar. Although I actually was born right here in Texas in a wildlife center. I actually left and moved here in this town where Sam and his gang live. And I actually live right next, and I'm actually one of Sam's neighbors, living right in a tree house in his front lawn. Yeah, so basically I was able to live in a tree house right where Sam lives. That's some good stuff, actually. It's good real estate too. And you know what? I actually managed to become one of Sam's best friends ever since. But yeah, we are getting. Looks like we have already gotten some requests to come on live now. So you know what? Actually, before we get to those live requests, if you guys don't know what day Lemur Day is at, World Lemur Day is celebrated on the last Friday of October. So yeah, whatever the last Friday October lands in, and there might be some coincidence that maybe World Lemur Day will actually land on the day before Halloween. So yeah. It is pretty close to spooky season, too, so what are the chances? Okay, now with those out of the way, let's get to those live requests. Here we go. And keep in mind, we actually are allowing two people to actually join the live stream, two at a time, so let's see who we get to come on. Here we go. All right, here we go. And what was that thing that Sam would say? Oh yeah, it's connected. There we are. Both of y'all.
Oh, hello. No, he said tree houses were good investments. I mean, look at Barney, for God's sake. He had two tree houses. What are you talking about? What?
Hey.
Hey, hello.
Hello, Marty Monster. How are you, dude?
Hey, Keenu.
How have you been doing, Marty Monster?
I've been doing better. Honestly, I've been doing better this week. It's been a rough couple of weeks, but thank you, man. Something was on my fur there. I'm doing better.
There you are. And coming from Jake March's end, we actually have a newcomer. Who's this guy?
Oh, yes.
Oh, me. My name is Littlefoot. I came all the way from London, England, here to Texas.
Wow. That's cool.
Nice. hang on, give me a moment. I might need to turn up the volume on my on the phone. That's it's coming in a little quiet. Hang on, I'll be right back.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
Excuse me, Mr. Orange Guy. Mr. Orange Guy, what's going on over there?
There we go. There we go. Now I can hear you all clearly.
That's good. Yeah, your question. I don't know. I'm just here. I'm just here.
Like, you guys are actually here on the World Labor Day live stream.
Yes. So we are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Decided to let me time.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I actually would decide to actually, if it were up to me, I would have actually done the live stream in my tree house. But let me just say it, because of the leaves on my tree, it's actually a little bit hard to get a signal.
Understandable. It's gorgeous weather for it though. At least out here it is.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful weather. We're talking like.
That's very interesting.
And
You're trying to look. Yeah.
But yeah.
Are you sure you're not? I was going to say something.
What's that?
Hey. Didn't you say you were Keenu the Woolly Lemur?
Yeah, that's what I am. We're a species of lemur that is named after John Cleese from Monty Python.
Oh yes, but doesn't my English accent remind you of him a little bit?
Yes.
See that?
Jetsy in the chat wall, she says, "Hello, fluffy friends. Wish I could hug you all."
Hello.
Oh, there.
But yeah, she also said earlier in the chat wall, "Sorry, I'm late." Well, that's okay. You're not really late, but
I understand.
I mean,
yeah.
you're
You're still
not really who you are.
Excuse me,
Oh yeah.
Mr. Keenu.
Yes.
Mr. Keenu, who's that red guy over there? Is that a red frog or something, like a poisonous frog?
That's a good question.
Oh, you're talking about wait, were you talking about red guy? Hang on, wait. Give me a moment. Red guy. I don't see any red guy out there. Are you? Oh wait.
No.
No, follow my finger. Look, right next to you is a little red guy. He looks like a frog or something.
Wait. That's. Oh wait, you're talking about right over there.
No.
On your left.
Turn around.
On your left. Turn around.
Turn the other way.
Oh, you're talking about that?
That guy right next to you. Isn't he like a frog or something?
Actually, no. That red guy is actually a snake plushie that we actually ended up that Jacob's brother actually got from Six Flags.
Hey,
yeah.
Orange guy.
Huh?
What? Or Marty. What was that red guy? You know, I think he was a lizard or something.
Yeah,
I think.
yeah. And
Yeah.
that's Sam's roommate and best friend, David Red.
Wait, isn't he right next to you or something?
Well, he's actually out for the moment. He's out for the
I could have sworn that was him.
Yeah.
I thought it was him too, not gonna lie. What?
Well, believe it or not, when we ended up getting this snake plushie, he's actually we actually ended up Jackson ended up calling him Wild Cobb because he's actually because we are all big fans of The Jungle Book and we love Cobb.
All because they're toys and oars, you know.
Oh yeah.
You know something? Disney has been clever recycling animation. Like in The Jungle Book, when they did the villainous psychic Hiss, they recycled Car because of those hypnotizing eyes.
Actually,
yes.
The Jungle Book might be one of Disney's better remakes.
But the first live-action remake was complete trash. The animals didn't talk like they did in the live-action 101 Dalmatian, and it's still bloody useless.
Jeez.
I don't care for the live-action remakes. I don't like them at all. Stick to the classics, folks.
hopeless live-action remakes I have ever heard of.
Goodness. You guys got some... Dude, you gotta calm down, man.
Oh, blimey. You and Sam sound just alike.
I guess. Okay, but,
I just remembered that it's the same guy, obviously, but it's a dirty joke.
alright.
A puppeteer.
Okay. Okay, alright. Okay, but anyway, it's hard to believe that not only is it today Lemur Day, but just around the corner, we actually got, we do have a couple things, honestly. First off, Jacob and his family are going to be going out of town on Sunday. They're going to be going to see a concert. Kiss is performing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Be sure to tell them to give me a little furry piece on the very little lips.
Oh yeah. And
That's cool. That's really cool.
of course, obviously, we have Halloween that's around the corner.
Halloween,
and,
yeah.
And we're all going to be decorating with Atmos Effects digital decorations, which those things are awesome. We love those.
Yes, I remember Sam telling me about those.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of kiss, I'm gonna rock and roll all night. Did it thing and party every night. I'm gonna rock and roll all night and party every day. I'm gonna
Okay.
and roll all night. Yeah.
But yeah, we are actually pretty excited to see the Kiss concert. Jacob's dad has actually been to plenty of concerts, and they say that their show is like some of the craziest things you'll ever see. Particularly because everything you see on stage just bursts into flame.
I think Matt's
Flames.
Oh, yeah.
I bet the flames are hot like Marty's fur because it's orange.
Oh yeah.
And like your eyes because they're orange too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. My hand was dead. Been to a ton of concerts, but I feel like he's been to some Kiss concerts. It's probably been a long time though. This was years ago though.
Oh wow.
I don't remember.
Been a long
I think I
time.
went to see Styx. I want to say you went to see Styx a couple times. I think. Been a while.
By the way, I wanted to tell you something. My friend Earl, who's a talking sandwich, he told me all about you. And you looked completely different than you were originally.
Oh yeah, I ended up getting kind of a facelift, but basically,
Facelift? How much did that even cost?
Okay, the first. Here's a little bit of a fourth wall break. I'm actually shattering this wall this time, but the original Keenu actually was made by Prairie Puppets, and although that puppet actually did pretty well, like for the first few months, the outside was actually made of alpaca fleece, and the biggest issue about having a puppet made with alpaca fleece happens to be that pieces of it actually ended up being flaked off. So basically, and also not to mention the fact that the foam skeleton on the original Keenu caved in. It basically caved in. So my skeleton was actually a little broken. So after Jacob actually started a deal with Ozzyworks, who I also built Sam's girlfriend Juniper, then he actually made a deal to actually build, well, how you see me today. And about this, the cool thing about my new look is that not only am I made with actual faux fur, so you're not going to see any fur come off of me, but also I got a tail.
Yeah, that means no shedding problems at all.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so, like, Alex is checking out the show now, and Tommy. Hey there, Terrence.
Hello, Romy. Hello, Alex.
Hey, Alex.
Hello.
Hey, Terrence. Woo!
Also, no wonder you don't trust alpacas. Yeesh.
Yeah, I don't trust alpaca fleece. It just flakes off. It flakes off of me.
No way. That literally causes nothing but shedding.
Yeah,
I don't trust alpacas, period.
Yeah.
So, and look at the small little waves. Hello.
Hey,
Look at all those waves
hey
there.
there, Alex.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey, Keenu.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah.
Keanu. Or was it Keenu? Keanu.
Keenu.
Oh, right, Keenu. What are your thoughts on some of the British puppet shows, like Sooty or Rainbow or Spitting Image? What are your thoughts on those three?
I actually really do love Sooty. That was actually some facts. I actually kind of like the idea. And I also remember the Sooty's girlfriend Sue. She was actually in that. She was in a puppet special in the Weakest Link, which also had like Rolly Mo, Zippy, and George. And,
oh yeah, Ronnie the Drew, who
part.
Zippy. He used to work on one of the Sooty shows as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I saw it in a documentary. And what about Spitting Image? What are your thoughts on that, Keenu?
I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, is it because of the way they are? Because I bet my voice reminds you of the puppet of Duck Head, who had a very stupid Dalek voice.
It's not that. It's not that. I mean, we do like rated R content, but Spitting Image, we're just not a fan of the puppet design. Like, it is. I'm sorry, but the puppet design for Spitting Image is fugly.
Well, it's basically caricatures, because the guys who created Spitting Images used to be caricatures and political cartoonists.
Yeah.
Oh, and some of the puppeteers who were on there, they worked with the Muppets as well. Like Louise Gold, who does Annie Sue, Miss Piggy's rival, on the Muppet Show. She worked on Spitting Image after she worked on the Muppet Show.
Yes. Louise
There was a bunch of others, like Anthony Asbury. He was the only American.
What, Anthony?
Like, you know how Terry Gilliam was the only Monty Python cast member who was American and the others were British?
Yeah.
And there was Nigel Plaskett and who else? Richard Coombs. I can't find him. And then there was, who else was there? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, Stephen Allen. He does a very mean Margaret Thatcher. Oh, goodness me, I can't do Margaret Thatcher very well.
Yes. Okay, you also mentioned Rainbow. I already mentioned, we were just talking about Zippy and George on the Weakest Link puppet special. We are usually just kind of biased, but we actually are. But actually, Marty, Sam, and I, we're actually kind of familiar with Ronnie LaDrew, the performer
Matt and I are really good friends with Ronnie LaDrew.
And
what about Roy Skelton, the original voice of Zippy and George? What are your thoughts on him?
To us on this live stream, honestly. Oh, wait a minute! I see in the chat wall, Tori Jane Benson's checking out the show now.
No, already.
All right, Tori.
We're really good friends with Ronnie LaDrew. He's such a great.
Impressions of them. He's Zippy. Oh goodness me, George! Are you taking a whiz? That's really sick. You sick hippo! What is wrong with you? How many times have I told you we can't do another show because Jeffrey Hayes passed in 2018 and it's just not fair?
Yeah.
Zippy, how many times? It's just life, you know. Life goes on when others die, Zippy. But I'm sure we could find a new house. We could dedicate it to him and his memories, Zippy. Obviously.
Like, those are some good impressions, honestly. I really like your George.
Yeah, I've never heard
that.
That's spot on.
Spot on, because I got the big red flag on Jeffrey.
Yes, that's actually really, really good. I love that. Tori Jane Benson says in the chat wall, only the British accent was spot on.
In fact, it was spot on.
I guess, but yeah, woo. Okay. You know what? Since today is Lemur Day, we might need to talk about, believe it or not, what this day is all about. But basically, keep in mind, guys, I am a Keenu the Woolly Lemur, in which we were actually named after John Cleese of Monty Python, and you know, if you guys ever look at the Duke Lemur Center, they actually did do a couple videos with Cleese actually being like a lemur ambassador. And at one point, they did like an animated video with that Cleese voiced. And she was actually basically his running gag for that one was like, "Do you hate cleaning the blender?"
Hey,
like,
speaking of John Cleese, what is your thought on his performance on The Muppet Show before he was in the Great Muppet Caper? Tell me, what are your thoughts on his performance on The Muppet Show?
Oh, he was fantastic.
I just realized something. Want to hear something funny, like coincidental? Okay, during his guest performance in Caper, I noticed his scene in Caper would have made a great Monty Python skit. And I remembered when he said that there was a pig in the apartment, it reminds me, I remember when he said to Kermit in his guest performance on The Muppet Show that the theater was infested with pigs. And he also said that in his contract, he worked with a frog, he worked with a bear, he worked with an ugly, disgusting thing that catches cannonballs, and he would be negotiating monsters. Something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tori Jane Benson says, loved the John Cleese episode. Can't blame you, Tori. That was really good.
Yeah.
What? How is that really good? He's the best one! He's my host! He's supposed to do my bloody show!
But yeah, I think the coolest thing about having John Cleese do the Muppet Show was that not only was he the guest star, but he also contributed to the writing.
Oh yes, I heard he wrote that episode, and I always thought that, you should hear this, before he was going to guest star on The Muppet Show, they were going to get him and the whole cast of Monty Python to guest star, but he was the only one on it, and the others couldn't make it due to schedule conflicts.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I did not know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and having John, and I think one of my favorite parts of seeing John Cleese do the Muppet Show was not just the writing, but I remember when he was like a pirate for Pigs in Space, and they actually had a parrot on him. I wonder if that was meant to be like a reference to the Dead Parrot sketch.
Oh yeah, the Dead Parrot sketch. I probably heard that. Oh, and by the way, about the Dead Parrot sketch, was that other guy, the shopkeeper, American or something? Because I could have sworn that was, Terry Gilliam.
Jesse says in the chat wall, I saw an episode of the German last one laughing, and John Cleese was there at an act, and he spoke German. So wait, you actually got to see John Cleese live?
Oh, bloody German bugger!
Well, look who's here, Frankie Cordero.
Frankie Cordero!
Oh, hey, Frankie!
Frankie, baby!
Oh, Frank, wow!
Girl, how are you?
Oh yeah, I follow him too. He does Rudy on Sesame Street. He did Wembley, the Fraggle Rock spin-off, Fraggle Rock On, and I think he's Purple Panda in Don Quixote.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow! What a surprise!
Yeah,
this is a surprise.
Hello,
Oh,
Mr. Cordero. My name is Littlefoot.
Performer, check out the show. Oh my gosh! Wow.
Wow. Now you know how I felt last summer, because we did a random hangout stream last summer, and Bradley Freeman Jr. was in the chat.
Oh goodness! Really?
Yeah. Wow. That's the first time in a long time. I think that's the first time in quite a while we've had a Muppet performer in the chat. Wow.
This is kind of a big moment here. But this is something I might have to tell Sam. Honestly, he's not even in this live stream. But
here,
Where's he at? Anyway, he have like schedule conflicts or something. Mr. Beyond.
But yeah, Tori says in the chat wall, this is a star-striking moment, and this star-striking moment.
Jesse's eating a Kinder Surprise egg. What's the surprise egg, Jesse? Tell me, what's the surprise? I want to know what's the bloody surprise egg.
Yeah. For those who don't know who Frankie Cordero is, he is the puppeteer of Rudy on Sesame Street. Also, Purple Panda on Don Quixote.
Woo!
Just a great guy. Wow.
Oh yeah.
One version of Fraggle Rock, that one they did before the reboot, it was a Rock On, where they did something called Happening. Frankie did Wembley, and I was like, oh, blooming bugger! I was hoping Steve Whitmire would come back.
I don't really. Wow.
Oh.
Wow, that's just an actual a Rudy plushie. That's actually right behind me. Yes. There we go. We have our own
Oh.
little Rudy plushie.
Is
Right
that a
here.
plush boy of
Oh,
Rudy?
This is a
cool.
Rudy plushie. Yes.
Oh,
Uh,
goodness. Or as Margaret Thatcher would say, oh, goodness me, that is Rudy.
Yes.
that is,
I think
gotta say,
I, I think our buddy Frankie got it for Matt for his birthday last year. I think.
that is so awesome. Actually,
Yeah.
that is amazing.
Yeah. It's wow. I was not expecting that at all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, hey, I mean, Keenu, I forgot
Yeah.
something. I forgot
Yeah.
one last spitting image impression. Want to hear my impression of Norman Tibbet? Remember him? He had the leather coat and he always referred to me as leader.
Yes, Norman Tibbet, lady. I never imagined that this version of Norman is very interesting to do, lady. Obviously.
That is actually really good. And
Yes,
Keelan is showing
very
out.
good indeed,
Hey,
lady.
funny if you're checking out the show, if you're watching. But yeah, that is actually some good impression. Honestly, that is a great impression. I love that, dude.
How about Ronald Reagan? You like Ronald Reagan? Here's Ronald Reagan.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think it goes to my image as long as Nancy and I can move to the planet Mars and build a holiday home or something like that. Can't remember.
That sounds like something he'd say too.
Yes. I'm gonna say I am not usually. We are not usually one to talk about politics because we don't like to. We don't want to have any. We don't because we.
We're not a political type thing. We're a family-friendly type live stream thing,
At least we don't talk about politics in order to debate because it's not because there's always a chance that the argument is going to be heated.
Somebody's gonna get offended.
Anyway, we're not hot.
But we got to mention we are not above making political jokes.
No.
We are not above.
No way. No more jokes at all. Oh, look here. Tori Johnson said to me, she said, Marty, do you remember this reference?
I'm trying.
LOL.
Yes.
I'm trying to. I think I do.
Little duty.
I think I do. It's been a while since I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yes.
Oh yeah.
I think I do. I'll just see if I can find it again.
Yeah. But yeah, this is wow, this is such a stream that we got going on here. We managed to talk about a lot about our plans for Lemur Day and Halloween. Sam got to let me host this one, and then the chat wall is filled with all kinds of great comments from everyone, and we got Marty and him to show up, and of course didn't expect the performer Rudy to show up.
Right. I didn't either.
Littlefoot. That's my name, Littlefoot.
Expect the unexpected on these live streams. You never know who's gonna show up. You never know.
Oh yeah. Just give me a moment, guys. I need to check the time.
Okay. Hey, Marty.
What?
Yes.
Marty.
Guys.
I was gonna ask him something.
Keenu. Yes.
Keenu, one
Yes.
thing really quick. Earl told me you knew about Lemur languages. Is it true that you knew Trilobies?
I actually can speak all kinds. I actually can speak some Lemur languages, but particularly the Lemur calls. But I'm not sure if I'm actually a little. My Trilo voice is kind of rusty though. I'm actually, but I can do for calls. I can do that. I can do those. For one, this is my crowned lemur, where I just go like this. That's my crowned lemur.
Interesting.
My Sabaka voice is this. And
Is that bitch talking or what?
that's my Sabaka. That's the alarm call.
Huh.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And there's also the contact call of the Sabaka, which goes like this. That's my Sabaka contact call. There's also the ring-tailed lemur. Of course, everyone knows that. They sound like this. That's my ring-tailed lemur. And of course, I think my favorite one, it's the loudest call of the largest living lemur in the world, the Indri. Okay, I gotta prepare myself for this one. Here we go. I gotta prepare myself. That's the injury call. Like, woo! It can be heard from like a mile away. That's how loud it is.
Huh.
Really louder than a fire alarm.
Right?
Very much, yes. Up
Oh,
towards
look here. Here's a little lemur joke. Why did the lemur cross the road? To prove the possum that that could be done. Oh, that's lovely.
Oh wait, Jesse says last time I saw an animated lemur, he called himself Dr. Love. Oh wait, you're talking about like a Zini from Dinosaur. She says Dr. Love. That's supposed to be like in the German dub. In the English dub, he actually says Love Monkey or
Love?
Professor of Love. That's what it was.
That's.
But yeah.
Okay.
Let's look. It looks like we're pretty much out of time to actually continue with the live stream.
Out of time.
Before we actually sign off, we got to do the mandatory screenshot that Sam usually does with Marty, and just give me a moment here.
Hey, Marty, check this out, Marty. I know a good pose.
All
I see.
right, just give me. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Yeah. I got a cramp in my jaw. All right. How does Sam sign off? Okay.
Margin.
Anyway, everybody who got to view this live stream, thanks for checking us out, and thanks to Marty and Jake Joseph Marks for joining the live stream and chatting with me.
And don't forget me.
Until next week, we'll have Sam back on the show, and happy Labor Day, folks. We'll see you all then.
Bye bye. Cheerio.